So your food choices might actually be increasing your stress level. And depending on how you feed yourself, you might be increasing your inflammation and your cortisol level, which in turn is going to increase your stress. So I had a neurobiology teacher telling me that they suggested that if you were going on a date, as opposed to just having like a nice dinner, you would bring them to an amusement park and go through a roller coaster, because then they're going to experience all this joy and their heart might start racing and they will have all these bodily sensations, and then they're going to look around and start trying to attribute that to something. And if you're with them, then they might attribute it to you. So it is primordial that we do everything that we can to lower toxic stress, because it increases inflammation, which can lead to cardiovascular disease and autoimmune diseases and lower immunity and all these physical issues, but also because it lowers your energy, it decreases your mindset and your ability to feel hope and motivation for the future, engage in your project, it decreases your patience, and it can hurt your relationships. So hi, I'm Milan Junot, and I am your coach and one of the lifestyle medicine experts at Blue Life RX. So my big vulnerability moment is definitely night shifts, and tiredness impacts significantly my food choices. And so this is when my brain starts telling me that I need this treat to wake up, or to work better or harder or focus better, and I deserve it, and it will make me happier. And these are all temporary fixes, of course, as we know, and it's just like a little fix to a little discomfort, and it comes at a price. It leads to higher stress, higher tiredness, poorer relationships, and it led to a loss of my natural joy. I used to snack so much on night shifts, and I used to totally be the guilty, I was so guilty as charged person who would bring so much unhealthy snacks to the emergency department, which is notorious on night shifts for having so much sweets and sugary and salty and fatty foods and heavily processed foods. And most likely because a lot of people are like me, and this is how they try to charge themselves up overnight. But then it made me crave more temporary fixes, and it really became a vicious cycle. And so people will say, but you have to live a little, but label food as good or bad is something that will lead to an increased amount of stress and unhealthy relationship with food. And I don't entirely disagree with that. However, there are definitely ways that you can find to live a little that are more aligned with your values and the actual way that you want to live, and the optimal life, the optimal health, and the optimal amount of joy and energy that you want to experience. So key is really going to be mindset and mindfulness. And if you haven't done so yet, I highly strongly recommend that you go back and you watch our video on mindset and belief systems. All right. So 3 tips that I'm going to give you today that are going to help you identify your times of vulnerability is, well, so the first thing is actually to identify your times of vulnerability. So for me, it's definitely night shift, or if I work a really long shift or really late, and then it's going to be, unfortunately, like that period of time just before bed, I really have to be ready and have my snacks, my post-shift snacks ready, either like with me already or in the car or something, because this is when I start craving something, even if it's late at night and I know that the only thing that I have left to do is drive home and go to bed. Like I don't know. I just really start craving it. It's this discomfort, this tiredness, and it just makes me want it. So the second tip is to notice without judging When the thoughts and the bodily sensations arise that make you start craving your quick fixes, whatever they are, to just feel that and feel the thoughts and the physical sensations arise and see how you react to that. And again, notice without judging. So tip number 3, notice without judging how you feel while you're having your treat or your snack, and how you feel an hour later and 2 hours later. How you feel physically, how's your energy, how's your focus, how's your digestion, but also how do you interact with other people? How's your mindset? Like, do you feel stressed, or do you feel like it's too much, or do you feel impatient and annoyed? These are really important things to notice. So because I'm your coach, I'm going to challenge you a little bit. These actions take very little time. It doesn't take much time to be aware, but you have to remember to do it, right? So what are you going to do to remind yourself of identifying your moments of vulnerability, of noticing the thoughts and the physical sensation arising when you start having cravings, and how you feel while you're having your snack? How does it taste? How is your mental energy put at ease? And how do you feel an hour or 2 hours later, physically and mentally, and through your interactions? Are you going to put a reminder on your phone? Are you going to put a post-it on your computer? Are you going to write something on your bathroom mirror? Are you going to just leave other kinds of cues in the house or at work? So this is super important. Again, it's really life-changing how you fuel yourself, and really making sure that your stress level is kept at bay, and that your mindset and physical energy and interactions are as high quality as they can be. I'm challenging you, do it, find time. It's most of it is about remembering. So set your reminders or leave your cues and start experiencing all that joy again. So this is Milan Gino again for Blue Life RX. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you soon.